Hello, today we're going to talk about Ruben Amorim. We're going to talk about tactical adaptation, in-game management, squad management, ego handling, defensive vulnerabilities, lack of Premier League experience, lack of European experience, notable mistakes, saying what you're not supposed to say, letting Ruud van Nistelrooy go. Just give me a bit of a time as I talk about Ruben Amorim. Today I'm focusing on the negative side. A lot of positives have been said about our coach, but me, I'm going to talk about the other side, which people were not talking about. Just give me a bit of a time. This is your United Uncle. Hopefully I found you well. Ruben Amorim is a good guy, is a good coach. So the question of the day, was it a mistake to employ him, especially during the season, or it was a good decision? First point about the tactics. We all know Ruben likes to play back three with two wing backs and two defensive midfielders, two attacking midfielders and a striker, which is roughly a 3-4-2-1 approach. The disadvantage is the only one who plays that tactic in the Premier League. Wolves, they play a bit of that also. They've got a back three, but roughly is the only one who plays that. The difficult part about a back three, mostly three central defenders, they occupy the same space. If you play with coaches who are technically savvy, they know how to go around the back three, especially if you don't have faster players, if you don't have mobile players. So his lack of adapting that we're in the Premier League, most teams, they don't play this. Let me try to adjust. I see it as a weakness on his part because he doesn't have the players to suit his style. We understand he's not supposed to change his style. We've seen all the coaches, Ten Hag, Rangnick, they've changed their styles and it didn't work also. So we've got someone who's saying, I'm not going to change my style. But me, I believe, since he's not being supported, he was not supported in January, he's supposed to just adjust a bit to play according to the players as we wait for the transfer window in the summer. That's what I think. The other point, in-game management and flexibility. He only sticks to his style, even if he sees that is not working. He only changes personnel, but he doesn't change the style of play. One of the main reasons which I've seen why he doesn't change his style of play is because we've seen in his games where he started playing, the first games he was changing the lineup a lot, usually at least minimum 5 changes per game. So if you do 5 changes per game, it's difficult during the match also to change the style because you are confusing the players more. He's doing a lot of changes before the match, so it stops him, it hinders him from changing during the match. That's what I think. We also talk about squad management, ego handling. Amorim is very harsh. You can even see with his eyes. You can even see when he's talking that it's like you want to break someone. He's a harsh guy. So with the current players we have now, I always give you an example of what Patrice Evra said, that if Alex Ferguson was coaching now, he should be arrested. Because now the players have got more rights. It's like individual in general. We've got more rights than our... there's more rights. So you can't just go around doing things and nothing happens to you. So the way that is him, I am the coach, I am in charge, is going to affect his career at Manchester United. That's how I see it. I believe he should tone down a bit. He should tone down a bit since he lacks experience in this field. He's a young coach, 40 years. He just turned 40 years. When he came to Manchester, he was 39 years. So I believe he should try to tone down a bit. Manchester United is a team which attracts the big stars, is a team which attracts egos. So we believe the coach also must just tone it down a bit. Defensive vulnerabilities. Ruben Amorim has been known for playing a high line at Sporting. And for you to play a high line, you need the right players, fast players with energy. And he came to Manchester United. We don't have those defenders. Maybe Lenioro is one who's fast. But after that Southampton game, I doubt if he's very fast. After that Southampton game, I doubt if Lenioro is fast. Because that day he was battered all over the place with that Southampton winger. If you still remember that game. So, since he's used to play a high line with the right type of players, now it's becoming difficult at Manchester because you don't have players who are suitable to play a high line. That's why you see when we play against teams who play a high line like Tottenham, we always struggle. Tottenham is beating us now this season is 3 games because roughly Tottenham use the same approach of pressing you high. And they know if you put the balls behind, they'll just chase them. But us now with the likes of Delete, with the like of Martinez, with the like of Maguire, no one is fast. Dalot is always absent-minded in a way. He's a good player, but sometimes he forgets what he's supposed to do. So this approach for Amorim is being affected because of the type of players which we've got. That's how I think it. Also, the coach lacks experience. It's the first time to coach in the Premier League. I believe you are supposed to just adapt to first do what, they say you do what Romans do. You are supposed to just do what is happening in the Premier League in terms of tactics. He changed it bit by bit, game by game, not to just come and insist and change everything. I think that one it's a shortfall on his part to say, I am in charge. We're going to change this. We're going to change this. Everything was changed. It's now, and it's in the season. If you had a pre-season, we could understand. But you're supposed to understand that you came during the season. You can't just change everything. You need to change one thing at a time, until you get the right players and until the players understand. Not from the first whistle, you already change everything. That's how I see it. He lacks experience in European competitions, although with Manchester hasn't been defeated. We believe he's going to go all the way. He lacks experience, but we believe he's going to go the way in Europa. We believe there's a final with the Tottenham waiting. And finally, we're going to beat Tottenham on that final. That's what I think. He also says things which he's not supposed to say. Although the media, they push him to say certain things, but he also say things which he's not supposed to say. E.g., Rashford saying he would rather put the goalkeeper coach, and if you've seen our goalkeeper coach, he doesn't even walk properly also. So to say that I would rather put that guy is old and he doesn't even walk properly, and he's a goalkeeper coach, he's not even an infield player. To say that you would rather put that player than to play Rashford, that one was a shortfall. It was not a good thing. He lost some players with that statement. To say also, this is the worst team ever. As we know is the truth, this is the worst team ever. But as a coach, I don't think he's supposed to say that. He lost also the dressing room with that. It's too early for a coach to lose the dressing room. We support him, but those are some of the mistakes. He's too harsh. We've heard he broke the TV in the changing room. Those weaknesses, they're going to follow him. Another notable mistake is, you remember he played Maimo on a number 10. It was a European game. Maimo played well. He had a goal and assist. I think it was against FCBC. He played well, Maimo, but Everyone was expecting Maimo to play the number 10 in the next game. What does he do? He play Maimo as a number 9. That's a notable mistake. If you find a solution and you find something working, do it the next match. But him, he changes everything. Everyone was expecting Maimo is going to play number 10 attacking role, but him, he changed it. He played him number 9 instead of that attacking role. That's a mistake on his part. The other mistake which I've seen on Ruben Amorim, he plays Bruno and Dalot every minute as long as they are fit. And is changing, is sending waves to people that maybe he's got favoritism. Because these 3 people, they come from the same country. All of them, they are from Portugal. So we need to see also when the day Bruno is not playing well, you substitute him. When the day Dalot is not playing well, you substitute him. Don't just let him play. Even if we know they are very athletic, they are able to play every 90 minutes. But you are sending a word to people. You are sending a word to other players that these are my guys. These are my fellow countrymen. I won't substitute them. This is a mistake again on Amorim. He bought Doku. We know Doku is good on the right. He has played on the right for Lecce for some time. We know that Doku is very good. But comparing who's better on the right and on the left, I believe Doku is more suitable on the left than Dalot. And Dalot is more suitable on the right than Doku. But what did he do on the first match? He played Dalot on the left, Doku on the right. I believe it was also a mistake. And the last mistake on Ruben Amorim's part, it was letting Ruud van Nistelrooy go. He has explained that he can't let a legend be on the back. No, you are supposed to accommodate him. Ruud van Nistelrooy was liked by players. We have here Rio Ferdinand talking about Ruud van Nistelrooy liked by players, things like that. He was supposed to let Ruud van Nistelrooy continue as in some form of assistant. He can bring his team, but don't let Ruud van Nistelrooy go. You've left people like Darren Fletcher. We don't even know what they are doing. I've asked. No one has told me what does Darren Fletcher do at Manchester United. Then you let Ruud van Nistelrooy go. To me, I see it as a mistake. Because that you have invited backlash from fans who loved Ruud van Nistelrooy you've invited backlash from the media. You've invited backlash from the ex-players, although I don't agree with anything, with most things which the ex-players say. Even Rio said it on his podcast that us ex-players also were putting a lot of pressure on these players. That's what I think about Amorim. To conclude, he has potential. He has potential, but his tactical inflexibility, squad management could be his biggest downfall. He has potential, but his tactical inflexibility in squad management is going to be his biggest downfall. What do you say about Ruben Amorim? This is your United Uncle. If you like my content, you know what to do. Thank you.